Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek, back again with another little news bite. With some more, I don't know if it's sad news or what, I don't know, but James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader, among other things, is stepping back from voicing Darth Vader because he's getting on a bit now, but he signed off on allowing Lucasfilm, Disney, whatever, to use archive recordings to recreate his voice, using AI. It's like deep fake for voices, isn't it? Excuse me. They did this with his voice in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and yeah, he sounded like him, but at the same time, it didn't sound like him as well. It didn't seem to have a huge amount of emotion in it, did it? But anyway, that's what he's done. So let's have a read, see what Variety's got to say. The link's in the description if you want to read it as well. Where have I put the bloody thing? There it is. Right. James Earl Jones steps back from voicing Darth Vader, signs off on using archive recordings to recreate voice with AI. And there's Dave Prowse as Darth Vader. Obviously, that's not James Earl Jones as Darth Vader, that's Dave Prowse. Dave Prowse, who was famously angry that they didn't even use his voice. The late, great Dave Prowse, by the way. He passed away, hasn't he? But he was angry that they didn't use his real voice as Darth Vader, and I don't think it had really worked because Dave Prowse had a Bristolian accent, so it was a bit sounded a bit like a farmer. I'm sorry, be like, oh, like that, my love. Use the force. The force is strong with this one, isn't it, my dear? It'd be a bit like that, and it wouldn't work, would it? I am your father. Anyway, James Earl Jones, who has voiced Darth Vader for nearly 40 years of Star Wars films, seems to be stepping away from the role. According to Vanity Fair, the 91-year-old actor, I didn't realise he was that age. I thought he was in his 80s. I didn't realise he was 91. He's a nonagenarian. Is that right? Yeah, whatever. The 91-year-old actor has signed off on an archival voice recordings. I signed off. I'm not having a good day today, am I? I signed off on archival voice recordings being used by young filmmakers who plan to utilise artificial intelligence synthetic speech technology to recreate Jones's younger voice from his previous films for future Lucasfilm projects. He had mentioned he was looking into winding down this particular character, Matthew Wood, a Lucasfilm veteran of 32 years. In what way? Told the outlet. So how do we move forward? The company has enlisted the assistance of Respeecher. So you saw that in mentioned at the end of Obi-Wan Kenobi in the credits. It said, mentioned Respeecher. A Ukrainian startup that uses AI technology to craft new conversations from revitalised old voice recordings. Respeecher's relationship with Lucasfilm began with the Disney Plus series The Book of Boba Fett, for which they recreated the voice of young Luke Skywalker. And that was in the Mandalorian episode, that wasn't it? Or the 2 Mandalorian episodes. The two also teamed for the voice performance of Darth Vader on the series Obi-Wan Kenobi, which debuted on Disney's streamer this summer. Bogdan Believ, I hope I'm pronouncing that properly, the 29-year-old speech artist was tasked with delivering the new recordings to Lucasfilm, but tragedy struck on February 24th when Russia invaded the country as air raid sirens powered through the city of Lviv. Believ hurried to finish the project and send his work back to Skywalker Sound in Northern California. If everything went bad, we would never make these conversions delivered to Skywalker Sound, he says. Following the debut of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jones's family informed Wood that they were pleased with the result of the synthesis between the actor's voice and Respeecher's technical work. Jones is credited for guiding the performance of Darth Vader in the Disney Plus series, with Wood describing the actor as a benevolent godfather. Jones first voiced the famed film villain in the original 1977 Star Wars, while David Prowse appeared on screen in the notorious Black Mask. Jones voiced the character on both the big and small screen up until this point. So there we go. So any Darth Vader we hear from now on is going to be a computerized version based on James Earl Jones's speech patterns, I don't know, science fiction kind of stuff, isn't it? So there we go. So we'll leave it there. So you'd have thought that they'd have just got somebody to do an impression of him, wouldn't you? Surely there's people that can sound like Darth Vader. Just all you need is a toilet, inside of a toilet roll, don't you? And just go. Everybody does it, don't you? It's the thing you do. Empty toilet roll tube or kitchen roll tube. You've got to do it before you throw it in the bin. You've got to go, I am your father. And you've got to. It's the law. You've got to do that. So you'd have thought they'd have done that. It'd have probably been cheaper than using a computer, wouldn't it? All those man hours that go into doing computerised things these days. Just pay somebody to come in and do an impersonation of him. Right, so we'll leave it there. So, wherever you are in the galaxy, look after each other, and until next time, I'll see thee.